anyway, so yeah, I did that for 8 years until I finally got up one night after this really intense period of about 3 or 4 months where I'd gotten very little sleep. I'd been very overloaded with other people's work dumped on me because they had gone off to this special project that Miscavige was personally, sort of running. And I was left to carry the load for everybody. And so I was really worn out, really exhausted. And one night I just couldn't take it anymore. And I just got up and I walked out the back door. And I walked from Hollywood to downtown LA to Pasadena, where I grew up. I knew Pasadena. And I just needed to get away for a while. And I was kind of I had lost it. I was not in a good place. And I left my wife. I left everything. I just literally got up at midnight and I just walked out the door. I was still in my uniform, I crashed in a hotel in Pasadena for like 3 days. I just slept like for 2 straight days. I was so exhausted. And then I spent another day or two kind of wandering around, getting my bearings, chilling out, kind of relaxing. I didn't really have a lot of money. I think I'd taken about $180 or something out of the bank. That was about the total amount of money I had, period. And then I called my parents, and they were still ostensibly Scientologists at this point. They had not, left the church yet. I obviously hadn't left the church yet. I was considering what to do. And I actually talked to my mom in a video. I did an interview with her, and we actually talked about this whole time period in a lot of detail, because this was a chance that they had to get me out, or I could have gotten out. But they, and my mom was trying to be very careful in talking to me, because she knew that if I decided to go back and she had told me or advised me, oh, thank God you're out, come home now, I'll pay for your ticket, let's go. She was afraid that if she did that and I changed my mind, that I would have to disconnect from her. And she didn't want that. She was thinking really long term, right? So she just said, look, I'll support you in anything you want to do. She was trying to be very circumspect. And in hindsight, I wished, and I told her this when we had our conversation, I said, I wish you had been a bit stronger about it. But I then understood why she had been concerned.
She wasn't a believer. She wasn't a believer at that point.
At this point, she had basically given up on Scientology, but she never admitted that to me, because she was trying
scared she'd lose you.
Yeah, she was trying to preserve the relationship.
Wow.
So,
and that's the sure sign of a cult. If parents or children are worried that they're going to lose the relationship with their parent or children if they're honest about their disbelief.
Exactly.
That is the sure sign of the cult.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and
by the way, you didn't mention that you got married. Did you have kids?
Oh,